defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now it's Locke. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
This is Hines. And right away, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now he goes spin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a first down throw. Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Winston now from the 50. Looking downfield for Godwin. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Being chased out left. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Go.
From the gun, here's Love. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Hines. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They run with Hines. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing on 3rd down, Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Let's convert. Hey, go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left there, complete to Howard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Jameis to throw it. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to let this go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down from up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing is Locke. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Luck on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Out of the gun, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff working right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, it's Love. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Luck on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
A shotgun snap for Luck. He's going to air one out. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Luck now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Luck. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, it's Luck. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down, here's Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pulling and communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And Gold is able to put it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Love. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw is Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw on second down is Luck. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Luck. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
11.
Back to throw. Luck. High throw, but the catch is made. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the interception, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Play action now, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a first down throw, Luck. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Reggie. Go ahead. Rick.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Forced out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, good move. Flashes another juke. Once more the juke. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw it.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danico Autry able to drop him for a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Hilton. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Over the middle to Evans. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. 1st down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. And he loses the football a second time. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
675.
Luck going to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Mack. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball